Good morning, YouTube. PPS back. It is the 14th of March. It is officially March Madness. Working on brackets, doing all that fun stuff. Hopefully, you guys are ready for this. Obviously, starts in a few days. I believe Thursday will be the first round, not counting that first round of playing games. But I am very, very excited. And I kind of thought about what I would do for you guys in this time of waiting to give you some information, to give you some bets, to give you some leans that I do have this season for these brackets because I think they're pretty good. I think there's obviously some snubs. I think there's some teams that are ranked off of where they should be. But you guys come here for bets. You guys come here to make money. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bracket breakdown of each region. I will give you my favorite first round matchup, why it's my favorite. I'll give you my favorite sleeper for this bracket side or region. And then I'll give you my best bet for the first round. Don't want to make this video too long. Obviously, I'll be doing 4 separate videos for this. But first, we're going to call it our bracket breakdown right here. First one is going to be our West region, top left region, obviously with the Gonzaga Bulldogs being the number 1 seed here. With the nice, it's a tough little matchup here with Duke here in the 2 seed. Arkansas sitting at the 4 with Texas Tech at the 3. And yeah, I will get right on into this. With starting out with my favorite first round matchup. And there was a few of them that I really did like. But I think that this one will be my favorite overall in this round and matchup here. It's going to be Vermont, Arkansas. Obviously, I think Arkansas is the much better team here. Obviously, I really like Musselman as the coach. But Vermont is sneaky. Obviously, I know they play in an absolute crap conference here. But let me just get into why I like Vermont a little bit and why I think they can compete and why this game is lying where it is. It's a 5-point spread. And they smoked every single team in their conference tournament. They've won 8 straight games. The Catamounts, and every single one of those were double-digit wins. They're 20th in points allowed, 40th in points per game. Arkansas is sitting at. So that'll be a very good matchup to see how Vermont's defense travels to the higher, obviously to a higher conference here. Vermont on the offensive end is 15th in 2-point percentage, 70th in 3-point percentage. And my biggest thing with Arkansas and why I really haven't been able to back them in this late run and why I was putting in unders on these games was Arkansas really cannot shoot the basketball. And that really is the weakest part of Vermont's defense. Arkansas is sitting at 304 in the country at 31% from 3. And that is actually the worst part of Vermont's defense. They allow 35% 3-point shooting here. Their defense against the 2-ball, very good, top 100. Very good defensive rebounding team. And obviously, like I said, they're top 20 overall in points allowed, obviously playing pretty scores. And looking into how underdogs win and how these games get to be very good is you need high-end scores, right? You need high-end scores inside and out. Obviously, we saw this last year with Oral Roberts, you having O'Banner and Asmus. Vermont has Ryan Davis and Ben Shungu, both of them 16 plus. Both of them shoot 40 plus % from 3. And I really like Vermont's their age here. They're going to have 6 guys, their top 6 scorers. 5 of them are seniors, 1 junior. I really like that in the tournament. And I think it's a tough spot. I think both teams are going to beat each other up here. I don't really have a lean on the total, but what I would probably lean Vermont at plus 5.5. I'm not playing that, but that would be my lean. It's just going to be a very good basketball game. I'm curious on who dictates pace here. Obviously, we're going to see Vermont be a little bit. I think we're going to see a little bit of them having to run with Arkansas, and I'm curious how that's going to go. Vermont is 288 in the country in pace, and Arkansas is 28th in the country in pace. Both teams, like I said, efficiency-wise on KenPom are very good on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But this is going to be an interesting matchup and a huge step up in competition, obviously, for Vermont. But I'm curious how this pace goes, because if this pace goes at Vermont's slower pace, I think that we have a chance here to see an upset of the Arkansas Razorbacks. So that will be my favorite game of this first round. And I'm going to go right into my sleeper here. And my sleeper in this side of the bracket is going to be Davidson. Davidson has won me quite a bit of money over their conference tournament. Obviously, they're very, very good. Everybody knows Steph Curry went there. They have very good, talented players. And one thing I do like about Davidson is they're very spread out and who can score the basketball. Davidson has four double-digit scorers, and 2 of them are 16 plus. We have Lee, and I think it's Lawyer, Loyer, both 16% or 16 points per game or higher. Top 5 scorers all shoot 38% from 3 or better. That is insanity. I think that's going to be a huge reason on why this first game is going to be very, very interesting. Obviously, as a Big Ten guy, I think this Michigan State team is okay. I'm not the biggest fan, but sitting here looking at this Davidson team, we're seeing a 1.5 point spread. I think Davidson should be the rightful favorite here. They're just so efficient offensively. 18th in field goal percentage from 2, 9th in 3-point percentage, 71st in free throw percentage at 75%. It's hard to find a spot where Davidson isn't efficient, right? Davidson has the ability to slow you down if need be. They are 304 in tempo, and that scares me. It reminds me of like Loyola Chicago of last year when they beat Illinois. All they did was they cut the game down and made it a possession-by-possession game. Davidson can do that. Davidson has that ability to do that at 304 in tempo, but they're top. Let me take a look. They're at 11 in the country. I thought they were top 10. They're 11th in the country in offensive efficiency. Like I said, they can shoot anywhere on the floor. They have snipers everywhere. And their defense is not bad. Top 100 in points allowed, 66 points allowed. My biggest issue with Davidson has been their struggle against the 3 ball, allowing over 34% from 3. That's my only real issue with this team. If they do go up against some like a South Dakota State, which I don't imagine that happening unless it gets to the Final Four, I think Davidson has a really, really good shot here. Looking at their spot here, obviously have a tough matchup, Michigan State first round, and then Duke. But we've seen Duke struggle, right? We've seen Duke have its struggles this year. I like Duke. I think that they would probably be a very tough matchup for Davidson. But this first round matchup of Michigan State, that's a really nice spot. I will be taking Davidson in probably almost every one of my brackets. I just don't see how they don't slow this game down. I'm really surprised seeing the total at 140. I thought it would be a little bit lower. Obviously, Michigan State is a bit faster than Davidson. But, yeah, Davidson's offense, like I said, Lawyer, 16 points per game. They can score inside and out as well. That's another reason why you really don't see many teams that are underdogs in the smaller conference come in with this type of talent. Obviously, I don't even know how to say it. It's a dude from like Austria who's 6'10". I think he's going to be a tough matchup. He obviously shoots 40% from 3 too. So his first name's Luka. Obviously, I swear all of those good guys over there all named Luka. But yeah, I think Davidson's a tough out in this tournament. Even if they do go up against Duke and lose, I think it's going to be a very tough game. And I think Davidson is a team to be looking out for if you're looking to back a dog early, and maybe a spread in that second round if it gets there. I just think that'd be a tough matchup with Duke with the size that they have with Mark Williams. All right, guys, we are to the end of the video here. We're getting to the best bet of round 1. Wow, I'm talking in football terms already. Round 1. And I will be going with my best bet of the first round. I'm seeing Duke's team total at 80.5. Yeah, they're getting a tough matchup for their conference in Cal State Fullerton, but I think Duke is just going to absolutely annihilate these dudes. We're seeing a 17-point spread. Obviously, Duke lost their last game. I think they want to obviously show that they can put up some numbers here. I think it's not like a 28-point spread or anything where I think that the guys are going to get pulled too early. But against this Cal State Fullerton team, I like this spot for Duke to score pretty big here. So let's go into a little bit of the numbers of Cal State Fullerton here and why I think Duke is going to be kind of all over these guys. Cal State Fullerton ranks 122 in points allowed at 67.1, but their efficiency is not very good on defense. They rank 255 in 2-point percentage allowed at 44.6%. Duke in that category is 13th at 48.9. Obviously, that probably has something to do with Mark Williams being, I think he's shooting like the second highest field goal percentage in the country this year. So obviously that doesn't hurt your field goal percentage there. Let's get into the next round, which is going to be the worst part of Fullerton's defense, which is their 3-point defense. They are third worst in the entire country, guys, allowing the 3-point ball. They can't shoot threes and they can't stop threes. And Duke is 24th in the country in 3-point shooting at 37.7%. Cal State Fullerton allows 38% on average this season. Obviously not very good there. I just think that we're going to see every single one of these guys kind of come out here and blow these dudes up quite a bit. Banchero, obviously the leader here, top 5 pick, lottery guy, 17 points per game. But I think Wendell Moore, and obviously I think the Griffin is the last name. Both of them are snipers. I think those guys have big games here with the inability for them to guard the 3 ball. Also, Mark Williams has been playing fantastic basketball as of late. Obviously, when you're playing for Krzyzewski and it's his last run here, I think that's also another reason why we see Duke come out with a bang right away. Obviously, we're going to see Fullerton come out and try to do their thing, but Mark Williams is going to have his way inside. I think the 3-point line is going to be absolutely brutal for Fullerton. The big guy for Fullerton is 6'7". I do not think I don't even know how to say his last name. EJ, I'm going to go with, is his first name. He's not going to have any answer for Mark Williams. I don't think there's an answer for Banchero anywhere here. Just the 3-point line is going to be awful for him, and obviously being able to score inside pretty easily. I think Duke gets there. Fullerton's pace is a bit concerning, but I'm sure Duke is going to want to run up and down and kind of put on a show here on that first round. So I will be going with Duke's team total over 80.5. And yeah, that is my West region breakdown. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, my favorite first round matchup is going to be Vermont, Arkansas. My sleeper in this region is going to be Davidson, along with my favorite bet for the first round is going to be Duke's team total 80.5. I think that is a steal of a line here against Cal State Fullerton. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please, that would be appreciated. We are going to be rolling out 3 more of these videos in the next day or so. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm trying to keep these short and sweet. So if you guys could subscribe to the channel, I will be putting out as much content as possible now. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a great rest of your day. Best of luck on your brackets. And we'll talk to you guys in a little bit, probably breaking down the East region. All right, guys.